Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Alexa Bliss is back imminently.
An update on Malakai Black's AEW status.
The Raw viewership is in. We're going to tell you everything you need to know.
And I'm going to tell you the real reason Tony Schiavone missed this week's AEW Dynamite. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy H. Murray.
And this is the news.
And the H today stands for hullabaloo because...
That's for heck, it's freezing in here.
It's really cold in this room. I almost wore my jacket, but I didn't want to look like I was silly.
Yes, we got some hot news for you though.
Yeah, because I don't normally look silly. Right, let's warm up with some news. Alexa Bliss, she's coming back.
Ooh.
She's going to be back very soon, apparently. I will read you the report from WrestleVotes because they do most of their reporting on Twitter. They are very brief, so it's easy.
Yes.
The highly anticipated return of Alexa Bliss is on the horizon, according to a well-placed source. Creative is reportedly working on her into future plans, with merchandise and promotional materials already in development. So, she's been out a long time.
Yeah, what's she been playing at?
I know. Come on, Alexa. Jokes aside, she's had a child.
Oh yeah, that was it, yeah.
And she had a skin cancer scare
as
well. So, she's had a lot on her plate. Fortunately, she's had the all clear. She had the
great news.
The removal surgery and all of that. But she's been raising a family. Chilling.
Keeps you busy, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, I say chilling. Probably not a whole lot of that going on.
I can speak from experience. Definitely not chilling.
Yeah, with a newborn. So let me use a different word. Taking care of her family.
Yes.
There you go. And taking care of herself as
Indeed.
well with the illness. She's been gone a long ass time to the point where she comes back, she's almost guaranteed a massive pop.
Oh, huge.
Especially if they use a familiar entrance theme and not something new that no one recognises.
No, they're going to ruin it.
Yeah, they're going to
Who the hell's that? Oh, it's Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, like just some generic ass.
Because she's got a good theme as well, keep that.
Yeah, they'll give her a whoa! All of them
And
have
again, have
woes
they got
these
enough
days.
money to pay for it? That's the,
This is it.
counting the pennies.
They're just running out of cash at the moment. It's outrageous. But speculating, I wonder if maybe she'd be involved in the Wyatt 6 stuff. Like, she loves that. She loves Bray Wyatt's creative. She's always spoken very highly of their time working together, and they were obviously friends as well. And, that has, his creative legacy has been revived with the Wyatt 6 and Bo playing Uncle Howdy and, Eric Rowan's back and all this stuff. Wonder if she might be factored into that. Me personally, I'd like to see a return.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, to the old school heel Alexa when she was just so snotty and arrogant, and where she broke out and came up onto the main roster, but like her time in NXT as well, it was great. I'd like that. But I'm certainly not going to begrudge her if she'd rather do Wyatt 6.
No, I was going to echo that. I would prefer old Alexa Bliss. I just feel like, or just a different Alexa Bliss. It's a fresh start, like you say. It's just great news for her, obviously, not only with the family side of things, but that skin cancer scare. It's just great to see her being able to go back to doing what she loves. But personally, I'd like to see her back as just an in-ring kick-ass. I know, obviously, yes, she has a great relationship with the Wyatt family legacy, and it may well be down to her what she decides to do. Personally, I'm kind of indifferent to the whole Wyatt 6 thing. I think they'll be fine as like a final judgment for the Judgment Day when they eventually split. That could probably be their WrestleMania match, for example. But I'd rather see Alexa Bliss just coming back and getting back into title contention. But the potential returns on the women's side of things for WWE is so exciting. We talked about Becky Lynch throughout this week. You've got Charlotte Flair as well, Alexa Bliss. The list goes on.
We got more on them in the next video coming out later today. So check that one out when it's here. But yeah, I echo everything you say. I'm in with the Wyatt 6 stuff. I'm glad it exists, even if it's not always going to be for me. Like, I'm glad that Bo gets to explore that creativity with the rest of the group on TV. I think it's good and healthy.
Glad they haven't interfered with like world title stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, and also, to be fair, right, it's not like they're teleporting around the arena and casting spells on people, right? They're just kind of like a heel group that uses a few parlor tricks, but the presentation's been a lot more grounded in reality than sometimes it has been. So, that branches out to different people, which is great.
Yeah.
Although, like, I could probably do without Lily chasing Shayna Baszler around the arena again. I'm not going to lie.
Let's not bring that back.
But at the end of the day, she's been gone a long time. She's been through a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing her back because it's been ages.
Great reporting by WrestleVotes, although I do occasionally get caught by that WrestleVotes.
I get caught by that all the moment time.
They're doing what? Oh, okay.
They're so opinionated with it as well. It'll be like, Roman Reigns has been voted the worst wrestler alive. And I'll be like, oh, wait, yeah, okay,
You little
sure.
scamps.
No problem.
A short but sweet update now from Fightful. We talked a lot yesterday about Malakai Black and speculation about him after the references to him made by Will Ospreay with the Buddy Murphy Matthews promo thing that happened on Dynamite on Wednesday night. And Fightful doing some more great reporting saying that Malakai Black's contract they think was up at the end of 2024, but there's the 3-year option, of course, for AEW there. But Fightful now reporting Malakai Black is not expected back in AEW. No great surprise, although nice to have some clarification on Malakai Black leaving AEW rather than it being completely reversed 24 hours after we first reported it.
Yeah, for sure. So I would think that this is for real. Not just because it comes from Fightful, who have the best track record when it comes to scoops in the business, but also whenever one of these stories is broken in the past, or whenever someone has started a little rumor on Twitter or whatever, or whenever he's done a finish like this and people have read into it a little bit too much, he has always come on Instagram or Twitter a couple of hours later and gone, no, this is not true, I still work there. And he's not done that this time. So that, to me, suggests that, he probably is done. We kind of analysed this a bit yesterday, but I think ultimately it's not going to impact the House of Black members he leaves behind too much. I think Brody King is too damn awesome and actually too damn over as well. He does everyone in the building's doing that with him.
Buddy was doing it the other night, wasn't he? It's a little nod to
it.
It's so over.
He was. I think Brody King has main event potential. I think Buddy Matthews is one of the best action-focused wrestlers.
Great in ring, yeah.
Yeah, in the company. If you want a sugar rush, Buddy's a great guy to throw in there. And Julia has come on. Like, she's just progressed leaps and bounds.
She's way past corrupted now.
yeah, she's the corruptor.
Yeah.
But her partnership with Brody feels more important to me than her partnership with Malakai Black. She's had more to do with Brody on screen and stuff. So, I think they're all going to be absolutely fine. And look, if Malakai Black just wants to go somewhere else, it's good for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. The people who were in the group have established themselves as way more than just followers, haven't they? They've all got their individual personalities now. It's not like, well, guess that's the end of them three on screen for a while. I could easily see them popping up next week, for example, on AEW Dynamite. I mean, I love Brody King on any wrestling show. Who's he going to kill this week?
Yeah, he's awesome.
And I want to see what Malakai, probably Aleister Black, looks like in this version of WWE. Obviously, Triple H was a big fan of his, and Vince vinced him. Lay on that pallet on the main roster. What does he look like now? And, there's been understandable speculation about what Malakai Black can do in the ring. He's had a horrible litany of injuries, of course, throughout the last few years. But if there's a place that they can sort of hide that maybe, or it's not as, hyper in-ring focused, it's WWE. Or he could go and do something completely different. I'm excited to see what he does next.
Definitely. And if he goes back to WWE, I hope we get the theme back.
Oh, yes, please.
The OG theme. Sensational bit of business across the board.
Cody Rhodes has read this thing. Oh God, he's gonna kick my head off.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me again. Oh gosh,
I have to leave my boots in the ring again.
Gee whiz.
Then I have to buy new boots. They don't come cheap.
That was top 10 most confusing angles in AEW history. Why did he leave his boots in the ring?
Kind of the beginning and the end for Cody. That
was the birth of the Codyverse.
Yep.
The cataclysm that was. Right, let's talk about the Raw viewership. It is in.
Ooh.
And I would say good, not great.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers.
So let's pick it apart. Pick it apart because there's lots of different things with this stuff. It's not a like for like, but I was actually surprised by this. I'll tell you why I was surprised by this. Netflix and Raw and WWE, sorry, not Raw. Adam Pearce sent a press release. Netflix and WWE issued a joint press release stating that Raw's premiere drew 4.9 million global viewers around the world on the streaming platform, right? This is, the way they calculate it is live plus one. So people who watched it live and people who watched it 24 hours.
Right, okay.
But I think they cut it off at midnight, so in reality, it's like live and then the next day.
Got it.
Basically. So it's a little bit more than Nielsen, which means that you can't really compare them like for like because Nielsen doesn't cut off at midnight the day after, right? So it's a bit different. I was a bit surprised by this, I'll tell you why. Because WWE's PR department, really good at their jobs. I thought they were just going to lie.
I was quite reserved, wasn't it? Quite conservative estimate, this.
I thought they were going to come out and go, 10 million people or something, you know? Because that's the modus operandi of wrestling companies.
No real way for us to check it, is there?
Exactly. And there's, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, your PR department's job is to make you look good. So, absolutely. Now, the interesting part of this is probably in the US. That's easier to compare, right? So that includes 2.6 million households in the US.
Right.
Okay? So typically, most research suggests that 1.5 people per household watch the show. So if you times that by 1.5,
okay,
do a bit of Steiner math.
Top half or bottom half of people? Which part's watching it?
Oh, I don't know. The feet.
I really hope it's top half.
Yeah, why not? So if you times that by 1.5, which is reasonable to do, you could say 3.9 million people watch the show, right? So it's a good number. It's about the same as the SmackDown debut on Fox. Right. So, and we know that tapered off. And they settled in at around 2 million, and then, viewership trends are what they are, people are tuning out, all that stuff. So it's pretty similar. We know that when it comes to these things, we've seen it with every single show in the known universe, from AEW Dynamite and Collision and Rampage to SmackDown on Fox to whatever, to NXT on the CW.
Yeah.
Well, they had a great number this week with The Rock. They start here, and they go down a bit, and they find their level.
Yes, exactly.
So by the way, this number, global views, would have been number 4 on Netflix's charts for the week, total. They were obviously number 1 on Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
But if it was last week's chart, they'd have been number 4.
I want to watch that Jerry Springer documentary. I'm looking forward to that.
It looks really good. That's going to smoke everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this until this week, but there's actually a Netflix website called To Doom, obviously.
Is there?
To Doom. It's on Netflix's website. It's not a third party. Where they show the global chart and the number of viewers. So you'll be able to see it there if it's in the top 10 every week. I would say good, not great. I would say that, and this is WWE PR being really, really good, right? The way people were talking about this show, as in it's not for you, it's for the millions of casual fans. Maybe expected a little bit more, but look, it's a good number. You can't say it's a bad number.
No, exactly.
That'd be silly.
Like I say, I never really understand these numbers and what's good and what's bad, and I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. I care about the show, and I think this is good news in terms of everyone seems happy with it, first and foremost. Second of all, like you say, hopefully this is a reminder to everybody that Raw should just kind of cater to wrestling fans. And I know they did, but you know what I mean by that. And so I think the real test is obviously, like you say, in the coming weeks and months. Whether or not they keep releasing these figures, I don't know, but worth keeping an eye on if they do, to see exactly what they plateau at. Good to see lots of new eyes on the product, and obviously a vast improvement from what they were doing, but that's understandable with the platform that they're on.
Yeah, for sure. I think, just to kind of further from that, I think that with regards to this week's show, I disagree with the argument that, they should have done more for the casual fans and all. And it's like, well, surely if you want to hook new viewers, you show people who are going to be there every week. Right?
Yeah.
You show more Braun Breakers than people like that. Show Braun Breaker spearing a mother effer. Are you telling me that wouldn't look awesome and that the new viewer wouldn't go, this guy rules and I'm going to see him every week? Instead, you got babyface Rock, who's not going to be back for 6 months. You know?
I have a theory, but I'm going to keep that in the pocket for now.
All right. Well, we've got that second news video coming where we'll talk about The Rock.
And I think Phil Chambers hit it on the head. He came in the morning after the Raw and Netflix debut and said, it kind of feel like a Raw 25, that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which I'm more interested, and I don't know whether we'll get it or not, about what they do next week, because that seems a far more just regular wrestling episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to bring in Hulk Hogan again, is it? So, I mean, it'd be funny if they did.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see who gets booed more, Dirty Dom or Hulk Hogan.
Well, they don't.
What a tag team that is!
Yeah, there's a difference. One of those hatreds is a work, and the other one is pretty real. Yeah.
Indeed, it is. I'm so glad we're not talking about that again for once.
Well, there was a few stories today, but I chose against putting them in.
Yeah.
I had a great time talking about them, personally.
Andy, GFY and go and get a shower.
Oh, God.
That is what Tony Schiavone, of course, tweeted to Chris Charlton, who had a moment, let's say, on the Wrestle Dynasty Dynasty.
Called Tony Khan a money mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
covering the Kenny Omega Gabe Kidd match, and a lot of speculation, particularly yesterday, around why Tony Schiavone was off Dynamite. He was, according to AEW, on assignment, and then a lot of people obviously speculated that he'd been told off for that tweet that he subsequently deleted and has just been taken off. That is not the case. Bit of a worrying update, but some good news at the end of all this. So Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio reported that the real reason he wasn't on Dynamite was due to a family situation. The good news, he's going to be back for Saturday's Collision, and Meltzer also added that it wasn't anything to be alarmed about.
Yeah.
So presumably Mrs. Schiavone got locked out of the house or something.
Yeah, it could be anything. His cat had to go to the vet. It could be anything. It could be anything. But yeah, we covered this story yesterday where it was like, what is this related? So you have to then come on and go, actually, no, it's not, when the official report
We're journalists.
comes out.
We have to.
Yeah, we're very serious. We're very serious.
Constantly update people.
I still think that this is a whole lot of tomfoolery, this story. I think that the 2-month suspension for Chris Charlton is very harsh, although I do understand that Japanese culture is very different to ours, and the business practices are probably very different as well. So I do respect that. I mean, arguably, the Tony Schiavone tweet is worse than what Chris Charlton said.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's going on? I did see Fightful reporting yesterday that the suspension for Chris Charlton was a New Japan call. It had nothing to do with AEW. Obviously, they don't have any power over New Japan and their employees, because a lot of people went, Tony Khan's so soft, suspending Chris Charlton. It's like, what? He doesn't even work there. But people will take any opportunity they have to take a shot at Tony sometimes. It's wild. I saw as well, Dave had a report on this, Dave Meltzer, where he was like, Takaki Kidani, who is the director of Bushiroad, which is New Japan's parent company, was furious about this situation because he felt that Chris was like inciting a business partner, creating a rivalry that doesn't exist. So I get it.
I think he just got carried away, didn't he?
Yeah, he just got a bit excited, man.
It's one of those things. I hope this is the last we talk about it. I hope it all blows over. And like you say, bit extreme, the punishment that was handed out. But let's
hope he's
leave it
back
there,
in there
we?
with Walker.
Good news about Tony Schiavone, because I read family situation. I thought, oh no. But seems all fine. He'll be back on Collision on Saturday night. And nothing to be alarmed about.
And also, situation got Ian Riccaboni on TV, so that's good. He's awesome.
More of that sort of thing.
He's
Yes,
one
please.
of the top 3 in the business minimum.
Yeah.
He's great. Get him on more, please.
Apart from when MJF called him a Bible-bashing prick.
what was the beef he had with Kevin Kelly in a Discord or something like that? Yeah, that's weird.
I love these little commentator squabbles. I mean, I get it every week on NXT with Vic Joseph and Booker T, who hate each other.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly's a little freak, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. But yeah, there we go. So,
Lots more news coming your way later on today. As Andy mentioned, we've got an after news, but for the time being, why not check out this video? Boom.
bow.
Right here, baby.
Bow.
Bye.
Bye.